So let me just finish this whole book. I'm not gonna say nothing else pertaining to the coronavirus and everything else. But let me get this out. So Kyrie Irving says that he's not gonna play basketball. He's not against the vaccinations. He's against the people who have lost their jobs who decided not to take the vaccination. And you got Stephen A. Smith and all these other black sports analysts, Shannon Sharp and all these other stupid motherfuckers. And they doing this because of their jobs. Trying to equate this some shit to what he's doing as if it's wrong and he's being disrespectful to his teammates. Would you say the same thing about Muhammad Ali? Because Muhammad Ali didn't go to the army because he wasn't going to fight a war that he didn't believe in. And to against some people who did absolutely nothing to him. So he basically gave America the finger. But you ain't talking shit about him. And you didn't talk shit about him. And he's revered as one of the greatest athletes of all time. And what made him famous not only was his boxing, but the stands he took. But somehow, you all are so fucking money hungry. You all are so, oh my God, so brain. Listen, anybody who, not against the vaccination, but just skeptical about the vaccine and who are making a choice about their bodies, the same thing that women fight for on a regular basis. This is my body and I should be in charge of what happens to my body. You all don't watch basketball this year. Stop watching ESPN and anything that Stephen A. Smith is doing, wherever your color your skin is. If you do not like being forced to do things and you're taking a stance on the vaccination for whatever reason that is, stop watching sports and boycott ESPN. Because this dude is a clown. So you want somebody to run up and jump, again, like I keep telling people. They want you to be entertained. Fuck anything else. As long as you can be entertained, we can control you. Stephen A. and trying to say that, oh, he's letting his teammates down. Who gives a fuck? It's his money that he's losing. So if Kevin Durant and James Harden are mad at Kyrie Irving for taking the stance that they want, then fuck them niggas too. Especially Kevin Durant, if you are going to be upset with Kyrie Irving over some basketball. We ain't talking about life. We're talking about a sport. That in the big scheme of things, it ain't important to anybody's entertainment. That's all it does, entertainment. It does nothing else for humanity. And for people keep on talking about, oh, all the people who died from the coronavirus, that's not Kyrie Irving's fault. The people that died, it's not anybody who opposes the vaccination fault. You do realize when it first came out, there was no vaccine for it, so the people that were dying because there was no vaccine for it, correct? Like you see all these talking points they try to use to sway people. Like this, like they so fucking stupid. But most of society are dumber than they are. That the shit that they use is insane. And again, if you get the vaccination, it's supposed to protect you from dying or going to the hospital. So at this point, half of America is vaccinated, half of America isn't. The half of America that is vaccinated should not be worried about the people who are not vaccinated. Right? So if your grandparents or whoever have been vaccinated and people who are not vaccinated come around, they have nothing to worry about from what the CDC said, correct? So only people that should be worried about dying from the coronavirus or ending up in a hospital because of the coronavirus are the people who are not vaccinated. And this is what America should do. Don't give a fuck about it. They end up in the hospital, you should care for them because that's what you're supposed to do. But why are you trying to force them to do some shit that they don't want to do and whatever reason they have that they don't agree with? Come on, and again, the coronavirus real. You know, a lot of times when you're talking to people, they debating like, oh, you believe in the conspiracy theories. No. Everybody knows how viruses work. Because you can go up and read it. And you talk to any medical person, that's not what people are debating. And again, I keep asking people. The coronavirus was created, and it happened because it was created in the lab, whatever this shit it was. So the question is, what the fuck were they doing? Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about China. Nobody wants to talk about America accusing China of doing this. We're just going to keep on going with this. And then people say, well, if you do this, you're risking your life anyway. That's the same talking point that someone could say when they shoot an unarmed black man, then they go pull up his pass or this and that as if he was supposed to have been shot. I don't give a fuck if I leave my house and I could die. I don't give a fuck if I take some shit that's over the counter and I could have an ill effect to it. So what? That's my fucking choice. Just like this is somebody else's choice. Like I say, I'm not saying I'm against the vaccine or the vaccination. I'm just saying for the people who don't want to do it and who haven't done it, you all should leave them the fuck alone. Because they're not bothering you. If you've been vaccinated, the CDC says that you really don't have nothing to worry about. So stop worrying. And Stephen A. Smith, you are a clown. Bozo, you got the hair, you got the nose. All you need to do is start wearing big red shoes.